Hey guys, it's Justin. Hey, I hope you had a nice Thanksgiving. We did. We were at my brother-in-law's house and spent time with his family. We went up there on Thursday and had Thanksgiving and watched the Ohio State-Michigan game on, I guess, yesterday. And then Friday, we went golfing and just kind of hung around. Did a little Black Friday shopping, but nothing too crazy. I did buy a new knife, which I'll make a video about here in a few days. This video is talking about my, I guess, first new knife after my big purge. So, like I mentioned in my last video, I purged out probably, oh gosh, I bet 30 or more knives out of my collection, which the money will go toward something else. And I'll also make a video about that, which, like I mentioned, I don't know when it's going to come out because I don't know exactly when I'll even be able to get what it is I'm trying to get. It may be January, it may be February, I don't know, maybe next March, so we'll see. Anyway, so this is the first knife that I purchased after purging all that stuff. And you can see it's another Reate EXO. And it was kind of funny. So I sold mine and I packed it up and I was getting ready to ship it out. And then I had I don't know, I had a lot of seller's remorse. You hear about buyer's remorse. I had seller's remorse because these things are so cool. I mean, it's hard to find gravity knives as it is. And this is a gravity knife from a well-known, respected company, Reate. You can see their logo right there. And so, you know, it's really well made. It's really, the action is really nice. You can kind of flip it out if you know, I don't want to hit the table, but yeah, so you can kind of flip it out, but it has a really nice action. The blade shape is really cool on this one. This is the Tonto version. And yeah, I just think just in general, they're really cool knives. I regretted selling mine, and right after I sold mine, I actually took a little bit of the money that I had raised and spent it on this one. This one was pretty much new in box. The only marks I really could see were these here, and I think the only thing the guy had done was put it into the Kydex sheath that it comes with. And I think the sheath made those marks, but not a huge deal. You can just see a few there on the titanium, but I'm gonna plan on carrying this and using it anyway. So yeah, it's not a big deal. And the price was right, especially for this model. So you can see it looks a little bit different. Most of the ones you see have some kind of an inlay. It's typically micarta of some variety. They have a black G10 version, and then they have the Smoky Mountain Knife Works versions that have like a marbled carbon, I don't know, it's carbon fiber maybe, or G10, maybe carbon fiber. This one is just plain, except for these holes here that descend in size, and then you have a couple of repeat small holes there toward the end. And the reason is, this is actually a Crane's Cutlery exclusive EXO. And when I saw it, I thought it was one of the coolest ones that I had seen. So I sold a micarta version, and the blade was, I don't think it was a Tonto. I think it was just a, I don't know if it was a drop point, but I don't think it was a Tonto. And it actually worked out really nicely because I like this one a lot better than I liked my original one, because I'm not a big micarta fan. And I like the plain look of this one, actually, even though it's a little unusual for me. And then I like these holes. I think it's just kind of a cool design. Everything else, and the Tonto blade, I think the Tonto looks really nice, but everything else is pretty much the same. I mean, it's the same style action. The packaging was the same. It came with the sheath, the extra screws, and it had like a pouch and a cloth and stuff like that, and a patch, which was cool. So yeah, I wanted one without the micarta, that I like the handle better, that I also like the blade better with the same packaging. So it's a little bit tricky to find, because like the Smoky Mountain Knife Works versions didn't come with all that stuff that I'm aware of. I think they just came in like a box with some foam and I don't know, maybe a baggie or something. So yeah, this is the new EXO that I picked up. I paid $245 for this one. And you can see here it's a little tricky getting out under camera, which is a good price because I've seen these go for, well, at least asking for over 300. So for one in this condition, yeah, I thought it was a good price. What else about it? The steel is L-Max, which is the same on all EXOs to my knowledge. Like I said, same action. You can see the exoskeleton design moniker there. This is serial number 30, and it was born in January of this year. So yeah, I just think it's a great knife. I immediately missed the one I sold and went and bought one that I like better than the one I sold, so it really worked out really well. But yeah, so I'm going to carry this one. I'm having a leather slip made by Lancelot Leather, which I'll show you guys later. It'll probably be done mid-December. And if you haven't checked these out, definitely do so, because they're very fidgetable. And if you find a safe way to carry them, such as the Kydex sheath they come with, or like a leather slip or something, I think they can be really usable knives too. See, it has this nice jimping here on the bottom, and as long as you're holding it like this, or some variety of method, like holding the handle closed, it's a very safe design, because you're essentially locking the blade into this cutout in the handle. That's the part that slides, as you can see. So as long as you're holding it like this in some variety of this manner, then it's very safe. It's not going to close while you're trying to use it. And you know, L-Max steel is a good steel. It should hold its edge for quite a while. Resists rust pretty well. Yeah, it is a usable knife. You know, people do talk about the fidget factor of these things, but I think there's a lot of practicality here too. So yeah, if you haven't checked them out, definitely do. All the ones on like stores websites like Blade HQ or NC Blade, or you know, maybe Knife Center, all of those places are sold out, so you'll probably have to get one on the secondary, but you can typically find them for $250 or so, even in nearly like new condition like this one. So yeah, kind of a repeat of my last video. Not like a full review, but just sort of, I don't know, just a, hey, here's my new knife. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. If you have any comments or questions, leave them below, and hope you guys have a good rest of your evening, and we'll talk to you on the next one. See ya.